Okay, this is a couple of days in the making because I made this way cool Warhammer. I mean, it was great. You know, fullered it and put a little design in the end, and it, you know, the eye was perfectly centered and all that stuff. And I hardened it, I quenched it, and it wasn't hard. So I thought, dang it. So I just brought it up a little hotter, and I know in my mind I can remember back. I think, daggone, I'm so stupid. I hardened it at yellow heat, and when I was driving the handle into the eye, it cracked right there, and just cracked. So I went ahead and destroyed the whole thing because I wanted to make sure that it was actually something that I did wrong in the tempering process, the hardening process, and not maybe that I hit it when it was too cold and put stress fractures in it. But if you look at these grains, see how big they are. I just had it too hot when I quenched it. You know, if you look at what I did here, a guy's YouTube video, The Lazy Machinist, he goes through all this stuff that I'm going to do here to show you. Watch his videos, Lazy Machinist on YouTube. So it's unknown steel. It's a car axle, and I knew better. I shouldn't have hardened it at yellow. But so what I did was go back and test it. So what I did was I hammered out a piece of that car axle flat. All right, then I marked it with a grinder, and then you know, I heated it up, passed magnetic, and annealed it. Let it sit in ashes overnight to cool off slow, and then I heated it back up. Started at yellow on up to, you know, red, and then I also marked where it was non-magnetic at. You can't see because of the glare there. Non-magnetic. So then I put it in my vise, and these pieces just, I mean, hell, you could hear them crack when I tighten the vise down on them. And look at the grain structure. See how thick that, or how big those are? Look like grains of sand. And that guy, the Lazy Machinist, will go through all the different names of this stuff, what it is at different temperatures and stuff. He's forgot more about metallurgy than I'll ever know. But so I kept getting here, and if you notice, I marked it, a file didn't scratch it anywhere here, and now it just starts barely scratching here. This is also where it's non-magnetic. So I just should have went just barely non-magnetic, because right here, if you look, it was really hard to break right here, and I put it in the vise and I hit it with an 8-pound sledgehammer. Laid my vise on its side on the ground and hit it with an 8-pound sledgehammer, and it just bounced off every time. And look how thin, how fine grained the structure is. Now if you roll it over on a side, the file just barely bit it. So what would you rather have? Something that is tough as hell and won't break no matter what you do to it, but you might have to sharpen it a little more often, or would you rather have something that is going to be sharp forever, but the first time you put it in a bind it'll break? So if you don't know what steel you have, do that little test, hammer you out a piece of it, and then destroy it, and know what color it was. You know, yellow all the way up to red, and that'll help you figure out what kind of piece of steel you got and where you need to temper it at. Thanks. Tell me what you think.